Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'll be doing a really quick, hopefully, video response to the Garden Goddess Tarot. She had posted a curated decks that are black and white, and it kind of got me thinking of my decks and what ones I had that would fit the criteria. I really didn't know that there was so many black and white decks, so I went through as many as I could find. I don't have a whole lot, especially in comparison with her, but I will just put out what I've got. So in no particular order, I thought a nice place to start would be my Claire de Lune Lenormand. Oh, there we go. These are just instructions and a face card, which also happens to be another Anatolian. So I know it's not quite 100% black and white, but I'm not sure what else it would qualify under, really. It's mostly black, so it's a standard Lenormand with black and maybe it's sepia, but it's quite a lovely deck. Still trying to work on learning this system a little bit better, but it is one I've had for a while. I think I've had it in another video quite a while ago, because it's not quite color, but it's not quite black and white. Somewhere in between, but pretty. And that's the most important part. When her video had come up originally, I really only thought of one deck that I had that would fit the bill, and I looked around and the ones I can get at and didn't find very many. I don't know if it's not hugely, mainstream, but it's definitely my first, my fish. I think this was one of the first ones I got that was not full color. Okay, we'll deal with that. And then my next one, I get the subscription of Witch Casket. I got that for a while. I had to cancel it for a while due to various reasons. This came in one of the boxes, and it's a Witch Casket exclusive. This one I would say is more white with black. It's simple, straight to the point, basically cards. I don't think I've used these ones in readings for myself or anyone just yet, but I might make a little short for YouTube for maybe daily polls. I think that would be a really great way to use them and to utilize them. But it's simple, straightforward, to the point. That was that one. Fix my blanket. Getting them back in their little tuck boxes sometimes isn't the easiest. Now on to my more interesting decks. So I'll do them one at a time. For these two, they are sort of like sister decks. These are Kickstarters that I got sometime in 2023. We had to wait a while because of the way the cards were printed. They had a problem with the printer, and so this one comes with a little black book. Oh, maybe it was upside up. That would make sense. Little star. Pretty basic book, which was fine. Like I've said, I don't really care too much about the books. And that is the back. Hopefully it's showing up okay with my light on, because it's going to get really shiny really fast. So they have solid black matte trim, and they have a inlaid shine to the cards. That was one of the they're like stretch goals. If you raise enough, you get additional parts to it. So I'm going to try and get it so that it's shiny but not blurry. And it's one I haven't had a chance to use too much. They were in a box for a while. Unfortunately, my dog did decide at one point that he wanted to eat my decks, so they had to go away. I don't know if it's currently for sale. I don't keep up with things like that. Once I got the deck, I'm usually, pretty happy with that. But the cardstock is pretty good. Why do I feel like we repeated cards? I only looked at this a little bit. Let's just go back. Justice was 8, 9, 10, 11. Another Justice. Huh. I guess some sort of weird misprint. I'm gonna have to look into that. I've had this for a while though, so I doubt there's any thing that would get done. Teach me to pay attention when I get my decks. But if I did, hopefully it's rare. That'd be nice. Kind of looks like a wedding cake. I've had them for so long they are actually sticking to each other. It's been in a box. Oh, that's pretty. And there's our trusty happy squirrel. I've seen that in a couple of them. I think the first time I ever seen that was on The Simpsons. And then we just get into quite pippy for this particular deck. But it is it's quite interesting, especially if I have anything that resembles a misprint. So I will definitely double check with that and see if I have some unique cards or a unique deck. But I do collect them. I don't ever resell them. I keep them forever. They're mine. And here is the Sister Lenormand. Has a little pamphlet. Oh. And the same matte borders or edging. So apparently my cat wanted to play with his toy. So this is these ones. They have the same finish as the tarot deck. They are quite cute. And I like the fact that they're smaller. Sorry if you can hear the dog clicking. He's running around the room. But he's gotten big now, so hopefully I can have my decks relatively safe. He ate a Kickstarter. Oh, that's a cute bear. Quite shiny. Oh, for a second there, it kind of looked like my dog. He's a mini schnauzer. Tower. Cat hut. So I'm pretty sure that these meet, you know, black and white. One of those sucker rings. Can't remember what they're called. Lollipop rings. We all had them back in the day. Really pretty sun. Moon. With a little bunny. See that? Couple fish. I like how it put the deck of cards on the top. Oh, Tamagotchi. We just had spare persons. Okay. So that's my third black and white. And then when this video first came up and I first thought of what decks I have, this was the very first one I had thought of. I got this one again from a Kickstarter. It's where I get a lot of them from. I got it during COVID lockdown. She was or I assume still is, a tattooist in the UK. I can't really remember where, but she started this campaign to basically raise the funds to keep her shop going because it was closed. So it's got really nice white matte edges. It's got a very intricate back. It's very, very well done. It has some symbols, you know, earth, air, fire, water, Mandela. So this was the first one that popped to my mind when I seen it. And the one thing I like about this one, it's got some symbols here, a little brief description, and mine was autographed. And as far as I know, the last time I checked, which was a long time ago, her shop is still going. But just the detail that she put into it. And black and white would be really great for this because tattoos have to have strong black outlinings, otherwise they bleed together and it becomes a big mess. But when this popped up, even though I didn't have any money, didn't even have a job, I was like, I have to have this. And I don't really see it a lot on some channels, but I know a lot were sold. So hopefully that means that everyone treasures it, or they didn't resell it. It's a very interesting moon. Definitely got a lot going on. It's definitely a very busy deck. It's not a beginner deck. We're into the minors. I always worry about using my Kickstarters, not only because the dog might eat them, or the cat, but They can wear out. And they're irreplaceable. They're unique treasures. And I treasure all my cards. This one was on something. I seen that. I thought maybe it was on the box, but it's not. It's the Ace of Cups and the Sun. Kind of hoping one day she might do another one or mass produce it. I think that would do well. I think if it was colored, I think it would kind of ruin this one. I think what gives it its aesthetic is just the complex simplicity of it. Oh, I like that one. That's a pretty Three of Swords. Ooh. So that was the last deck. I don't have any that are black and white. Not for any particular reason. I just didn't really know that was a big thing. I always assumed, you know, when you think of a tarot deck, you think of the Rider-Waite-Smith and colorful, and I guess everyone wants to have a different take. This is definitely different. One of my more different decks. I hope one day to do a full collection of all my decks, but that would be a very lengthy video. I have lots, and I treasure every single one of them, and that's all she wrote. That's my whole collection of black and white or sepia or whatever that first one would be classified as. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the decks. Black and white is very different. And that's all she wrote. And I'll see you guys next time.